Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my videos as always. So some of you guys might have realized that all of my videos I'm complaining about being warm, and I release these videos in December. That's because most of them were recorded back prior to October. It got a lot of work done and then recorded it all but never released the footage. So that's what puts us where we're at. So brings us to today's video as I wrap up some of the trunk stuff and explain some of the seat stuff. Just kind of hang out for that, and then we kind of come to a close in the video after this because we switched gears, and I'll explain that at a later time. But again, thanks for being here, and check out this video, enjoy it. Hopefully it helps somebody with their project, and keep coming back for more. We got a lot of big stuff happening. It obviously is February, and we just had a lot going on. So the Mustang is kind of beyond this video at a standstill, but like I said, I'll explain that later. So make sure you come back to hear about all that and see what I've been up to for the last few months, and I'm going to be putting out more of content for the other things that have been happening. So thanks for stopping, and enjoy the rest of this video. Got that rust hole cut out, new piece tucked in, got all that rust cleaned up so I can coat it. Fun stuff. Looks pretty good. I mean, kind of goes with the pitting that's going on here. Dripper will cover it, right? I guess we'll see. You can always... I'll just have to figure it out. I got all these spot welds in. Put them in here. Put them in there. I'm not going to buff anything down right now. I'm just going to keep my working my way back. So my goal is to... The only thing I won't be able to do is put the wheel tubs in. However, I hit up the local weld shop, RJS Welding. If you're in the area, guy's awesome. He's super helpful always to me, and I get steel from him on the fly, and he also can TIG and weld and fabricate stuff better than I can. But he rolled out these wheel tubs for me, and I just got to I can't do anything with them yet. I need to lower the car to see how much we're slamming this thing, and make sure that my plan is to take that wheel arch and put the tub right to that, and then hopefully my cut for it to tie into the outside quarter panel, and it should be up to here. Hopefully my new flares will cover up that, so it'll just be a nice clean transition, but won't know until we get the flares. So, but in the meantime, just gonna work on, I gotta get all this stuff torn apart, punch holes in it, get these side pieces filled in, get this back area how it's all supposed to sit. Might move this bumper tube up just so it sits cleaner with the face of that and doesn't interfere with the valance that comes along on the bottom. I am probably going to weld the valance in for a cleaner look per se. I don't see a need to remove it, and I'm going to build into that all that with like a rear diffuser and stuff too. So, but we'll just keep trucking along. Like I said, I'll just keep bringing you guys with me as I knock stuff out. So, all right, moving right along. We got these all tacked in, spot welded in. Got the tail panel in. This is an important message. You should always double check your work. I went to go test my lower valance, and it does not fit where it's supposed to. However, I think everything needs to kind of roll in, and that might be some of the problem. But if it doesn't, we're just gonna make it work. Full custom build, right? So yeah, the only thing, I haven't tacked it into the bumper because I'm not sure 100% yet on that. I got one of these inside trunk panels done. And I think I'm gonna once I get this side done, I'm gonna take a ratchet strap and pull them together, because it is bulged out on the bottom here. And that's why one of the reasons why that panel won't fit. So, but I'm gonna do some cutting, get all of these pieces cut for this and stuff as well. And then I am still pretty sure I'm gonna end up cutting that whole tub out and flat plating it, because I would prefer that it was not like that. The space would be nice, but I really don't see the need for a spare tire in this car. So, then I'm second guessing myself now, because it would be nice, like, let's say we want to throw a sub in it or something. Not really what I get into or like, but maybe, you know, there's always a chance. So I could always do something like that too, I guess. Just do a false door with a sub in the bottom of it or something. I don't know, I'm just winging this whole project, so anyway, we'll figure it out. I just don't want to get too far into it, closing it off, and then realize that's what I want to do. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud of this. Just a little patch panel, fill in the gap over there. Got one made for that side too. Get that all spot welded in, and we're getting real close to be ready for tubs. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that yet. All right, side number 2. All screwed in already. Got my weld through primer down, and honestly, like, sometimes it takes a minute to get it to actually pop off and start, but not really that bad. Even, I mean, this stuff's actually worse than the weld through primer. Hopefully it's a good barrier, better than having nothing, I assume. So, and I haven't been doing anything, I've just been spraying it down, put the piece right on top of it, and tack right into it, and it seems to go pretty good. Granted, I'm not sure what the longevity of that is between the panels, but it still sounds like it's better than putting raw metal on. So we get these all filled in, and then I'm not even sure what we're gonna go do, because that'll mean that the whole back is mounted, at least minus I don't have that attached, but I'm gonna wait a little bit on that, just in case I need to trim that tube and like squeeze it up. I haven't officially tried the valance up against that with the bumper on it yet, so we'll see where it goes. Well, gotta be quiet tonight, so I'm just recording this just in case it becomes something. So I set the roof seat in it, and we're gonna kind of figuring out what I'm gonna do with this package tray. You'll see that seat is pretty real close to the window, but I think the 05, 09 seats only go as high as that hump. So I can snag a set of those, but I can use these to build it. And I cut that out of the car originally, and I think I might just cheat the seat back just a little bit so that the tray slants. And then I gotta leave enough room for the seal to come in, obviously. So I might make a lip that comes back to it. So I might just deadhead it and lip back. And then I'll give me a little structure. It'll be all tacked in kind of thing right now until I have the wheel tubs, because I'll just build all that together. try not to get too much into the wheel tubs. That way if you blow a tire, it doesn't shock through the whole car real bad. But also want it to be structurally sound, so it's not, so it doesn't rip the whole car apart when it goes. So it's 14 gauge steel, so it should take a pretty good hit. So, and I'll reinforce it and stuff. So I'm just tinkering, kind of figuring some stuff out. I don't know, I kind of got in the mood from working my way from the back to the front. That way I can kind of just keep getting things done as I go. Don't have the flares yet, so that's kind of holding me up. The other thing about the flares is I still have to put it up on the hoist, put the coilovers on, and put it at the right height that I'm gonna run it. So just a lot of little things that have to happen before other things happen, but I can kind of work this and try and get it in there, screwed in, and then take it apart and then put it back together later. So another thing I was gonna work on is these are the trunk hinges from the 2012, and I like the fact that, like on the 12, they're off to the side, out of the way, and they have gas shocks instead of the other ones right in the middle. So I think one of these holes actually lines up. Granted, it actually lines up with the trunk, but build a plate off the side and kind of get all that, because normally it's sunk into the normal trunk on the 12 is sunk like really deep right here. So I might have to make it mount pretty low, like down a ways to accommodate, but I think if these worked out, it'd be pretty slick. So we'll give it a shot. Worst case, we waste some metal. Hopefully not a trunk lid, but I have a couple. Not a big unboxing video, but I'm pretty excited for these. These are the custom flares for the Mustang that came from Ulterior Motives. All his work looks great, and I'm just excited because I couldn't make those probably. So let's check it out. Oh, they already look good. Oh, they're heavy though. Looks like they're made out of 16 gauge, 14 gauge. Even threw in a lanyard too, so if you ever need some sick flares, hit up Ulterior Motives. I found them on Facebook. Looks like they do a lot of this flares, steel flares, but quality is 100, no complaints. I just gotta figure out how to fit them. I think the wheel opening's a little bit big, but I'm gonna hit up Dude and see if he has any tips on how to make them fit a little better or whatever. So, and they are definitely